Hey, what's up guys? How's it going? Welcome back to the second channel. Today we're going to be talking about some Dinosaurs versus Aliens news because I just found out about this news, even though it's been out for over a month at this point, but it's gotten literally no coverage, and I feel like nobody knows about this because it's gone under the radar. It's gone under everybody's radar. But I want to talk about this because I've been kind of keeping track on Dinosaurs versus Aliens for a while. I feel like at this point, I kind of want to just talk about it every time something new comes up. So screw it. Today we're going to talk about Dinosaurs versus Aliens. So I'm sure that most of you know what Dinosaurs versus Aliens is if you watch my content. I did a video of it a little while back. If you don't know what it is, I just recommend you watch that video because I explained it a lot better there. It is about a colony of a dying race of aliens that are in search of a new home, and they come across a prehistoric Earth that is still filled with dinosaurs that are in tribal gear because why not? It looked like it had a lot of potential, and it even seemed like it was gearing up to be its own franchise. Not only was one volume released, indicating that there were going to be more made, I think at one point it was even confirmed that there was going to be a movie trilogy adaptation of the graphic novel that unfortunately never came to fruition. And as far as the other volumes go, they were never made. Dinosaurs vs. Aliens only had one volume, and after that, the project was basically abandoned for unknown reasons. And for the next, I'm not even joking, 10 years, there would be nothing on Dinosaurs vs. Aliens until one day in 2022, I want to say around mid-2022, there was an announcement that a movie was going to be made. However, it was going to be made through an NFT company known as Orange Comet. Orange Comet is basically this entertainment content creation company where they make a bunch of digital products and assets for various IPs. You can see there's The Walking Dead, and you have things like Interview with the Vampire and Mayfair Witches. I don't know what any of these are except for some of the Walking Dead ones, but aside from that, yeah, this is pretty much the kind of IPs that they have control over when it comes to having, I guess, digital products for. But yeah, basically they have digital products and assets from these various different IPs that they have that they are able to, I guess, sell through the blockchain. And I guess that's pretty much the gist of it. I'm not really sure what else there is to it. So to kind of give a bit of context as to everything here, and at this point in time, which was around July of 2022, basically the people from Liquid Comics, which was the publisher for Dinosaurs vs. Aliens, approached Sonnenfeld and Morrison, who were a part of, they helped create Dinosaurs vs. Aliens, and they wanted to resurrect the IP through as a film. They wanted to do it, you guessed it, through NFTs, which I remember doing a video on this a while back, and people did not like it because NFTs, as you probably already know, are a bit of a controversial topic. I kind of spoke about my personal gripes with NFTs because when it comes to Orange Comet, based on my research and what I remember, it was a bit of a mixed bag for me because the biggest complaints about the blockchain that I remember hearing was that it was not eco-friendly and it was ridiculously expensive. And it seemed like Orange Comet was trying to find ways to kind of avoid both of those problems. I think they were trying to make NFTs that were both eco-friendly, that didn't take a lot of power to actually manage, and to make it affordable. I think the traditional way of doing it would have been fine, but they opted to do it through NFTs instead. According to the people from Orange Comet, they said that there was going to be a drop in November of that year, of 2022. And November came and went, and I remember looking at the site and seeing if anything dropped, and nothing. There was nothing. There was no update. There was no drops. I don't remember seeing any drops, at least. And yeah, there was no follow-up article or anything about it, so I was just a little confused as to why they decided to do that. But several months later, we finally get news. We finally get some news, and here it is. Dinosaurs vs. Aliens will be an immersive Web3 game from Orange Comet. So if you don't know what Web3 games is, the definition that I'm looking at here on the internet says that Web3 games are digital games which use blockchain technology as an underlying component of a game's economy. In other words, it's an NFT game. So yeah, it seems that Dinosaurs vs. Aliens will be turned into an NFT game, which honestly, just looking at the little teaser that they show on their channel, it doesn't look terrible. I'll play it right here. But yeah, according to the article, as it says here, it says the aim for Dinosaurs vs. Alien as a Web3 game is to bring the creatures from the comic book to life for a new generation of fans in a medium where fans can connect with it in a deeper way, said Sonnenfeld in an interview with GamesBeat. I had this idea of Dinosaurs versus Aliens because growing up, all I played with was my military toys. I had these space creatures and dinosaurs, so I thought this would be a great idea for a feature. So apparently what ended up happening, because there was going to be a movie initially, but now that's kind of out of the window, that was the goal, was to make a movie, but the title got stuck in licensing limbo, as it says right here in the article, and it continues to stay, and with the global success of gaming in the pandemic, it became obvious to make it work as a game. And you know what? In my honest opinion, I think when it comes to something like Dinosaurs versus Aliens, I think it works better as a video game than a movie. So according to the article, in the immersive world of Dinosaurs versus Aliens, players will be able to level up and equip their dinosaurs and aliens with graphically intense digital assets unseen in the world of Web3 gaming. So I guess that's how they're planning on inserting more, I guess, NFT digital products, I guess. I'm not really sure what to call it, really, but I guess on the blockchain you can purchase weaponry and accessories, maybe. I'm assuming that's what they mean by digital assets. I'm assuming they mean just more stuff you can buy through the blockchain, because I mean, where else are you going to get it when it comes to this kind of game? I don't know how they expect it to do well, because it's like the argument that I made in my last discussion video of updating you guys on what's happening with Dinosaurs versus Aliens, where I said the fan base behind Dinosaurs versus Aliens, the majority of them at least, are most likely not fans of NFTs or the blockchain. So to expect them to just come back and just watch something through it or play something through it, I don't know how they can expect that to be a success when they could have just done something that could have been as, if not even more successful, through just traditional gaming. I just don't get why they didn't do that, but this is the direction they decided to choose, and it's an interesting one, I won't lie. Of course, it would probably be more straightforward to do Dinosaurs vs. Aliens as a traditional PC and console game, as not many people in the mass market have cryptocurrency wallets that can handle NFTs. See, this is what the article is saying. This is just part of the argument that I was making earlier. They actually try to give a few reasonings for this, and I mean, I don't know, you could take it how you want, but we're asking ourselves, why does a property belong on the blockchain? Why should this not just be a AA or AAA game? Why do we want to use blockchain technology? And it is not, by the way, because you can own the digital assets and can control it. That's a piece of it, and it's an important piece, but that's third down on the list for us. For us, it's about how we incorporate and use blockchain technology to actually enhance the gameplay. How do we work that into it to make it better or different, that unique gaming experience for a player? And we think we've come up with some super cool concepts to utilize the tech that is unlike anything that anyone's ever seen in this space. I mean, you're probably wondering, because I was wondering this as I was reading the article, like how does that even work? How does NFT games even work when it comes to distributing them through something like PC or console games? You know, because honestly, when it comes to NFTs, it just sounds like it's like a completely different platform than something like, I don't know, the Steam store or whatever. But it does say here, actually just kind of answers it. It says that Epic Game Store is beginning to open up the market by distributing Web3 games. There's a reason why we're looking at these properties, because it's about creating global fan bases. We think through the technology of Web3 that we could enhance the gaming experience. We want enthusiasts to embrace our games, but this is made for the masses. Dinosaurs vs. Aliens is meant to reach millions and millions of people around the world. I'm not gonna lie, it looks good. It looks really cool. I'm just conflicted on the fact that it's an NFT game, because I'm just not a fan of NFTs. I don't get the hype. I think it's a waste of money when you're just buying something stupid. That being said, I will give Orange Comet the benefit of the doubt. They're working to actually make content that isn't that kind of worthless garbage that you usually see when it comes to NFTs. Because when you think of NFTs, let's be honest, you think of like Bored Ape or whatever that shit's called. You think of those really ugly AI generated pictures of quote unquote art. It's really just garbage, and they're charging a ridiculous amount of money for it. When it comes to Orange Comet, despite being an NFT company, I've seen some of their assets. I've seen some of the stuff that, you know, the trailers and whatnot of the stuff that they're making for other IPs like The Walking Dead and some Marvel related stuff, it doesn't look like garbage relative to what we've seen when it comes to NFTs. Like, it looks good, it looks high quality, and you've seen the Dinosaurs versus Aliens trailer. That looks pretty cool too. That being said, I'm still conflicted. I mean, being a fan myself of Dinosaurs versus Aliens, I just don't see myself playing this game. You can make the argument that, you know, Orange Comet is an outlier when it comes to the NFT market. Maybe they are working to make it better, but at the end of the day, just based on my own personal research and gripes with NFTs, I just don't trust it. I'm conflicted because on the one hand, it would be cool to be able to play a Dinosaurs versus Aliens game, but on the other, I just don't trust NFTs that much. I just don't like it. I don't like the idea of it. That's just me personally. I know that some other people might have different opinions, but yeah, that's kind of where my stance is on it. I'm willing to keep up to date with it to see what comes out of it. Yep, that's pretty much it. If you want to read the article yourself, I'll link it down in the description below. But aside from that, that's pretty much it.